Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing today? Welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap. Let's go ahead and first collect some things. I've been buying a lot of rare candies recently on the GTL, so I want to go ahead and actually clean up my mail and just sort of take care of those. Some XP, rare candies. Some XP candies and some rare candies, mostly rare candies. A lot of these rare candies were actually sniped. Yesterday on stream, someone was listing a bunch of these for 11k a piece. And when someone is consistently underlisting whether an item or a Pokemon or whatever it may be, it's important to keep an eye on it, hone in on it, and just take advantage of it. So like all of these rare candies, most of which were bought for around 11k a piece. That 20 stack I know was bought for around 11k a piece. This is honestly way more rare candies than I remember buying, and then some of these were flips as well. We're going to claim all the items because items are super easy to store. Pokemon are a little more complicated. I think I bought this Crocodile to flip. This was a Moxie level 100 Crocodile. I think I bought that for around 50k. I might actually be able to check my trade log. It's probably not in there though. Yeah, it was way too long ago. So I'm going to head over to my PC. It should be pretty easy to price check it. We'll firstly find where it's at. There's a lot of Pokemon that are now unsorted in my PC, but what's the cheapest? Level 100s, I think, are a very good market to jump into if you're trying to learn flipping. I think we really discovered that the other day. So let's do level 100 Crocodile and search for the cheapest Moxie one. This one might have it. Yeah, so 60k, honestly. Bought the other one for 50 or 40. It might have been a little cheaper. Not a crazy flip here, like by any means. But if you're learning flipping, a little 7k profit on something that will sell super quickly, like Moxie Crocodiles are easily one of the quickest moving things in the entire game. We can collect some Pokeyen there. Doing pretty solid. Moncharm want to join. Yeah, if you don't mind, Clarko, I'd be super honored, man. I'm going to be jumping over to Moltres here in a split sec. I've been doing a lot of Moltres hunting. I've actually been hunting over at the Lost Valley or Ruin Valley for a while, just hoping for that rare chance at the Pokemon here are Yanma and Jolteon are super lucky possible shinies here. The issue is you have to use a runaway Pokemon because there are chance for Wobbuffet there, so that makes things a little more complicated for sure. But other than that, I did a lot of encounters off camera, off stream. I'm now up to 38,212 encounters. I believe I started at around 24 to 26,000 encounters for Moltres. So I am officially at that, what's the math on that? 12 to 14k? Yeah, I'm officially somewhere around 12 to 14k encounters for Moltres, I believe. Today is also, how have I not mentioned it yet, the final day of the event. Dude, the event ends, the Lunar New Year event ends in like 7 hours, I'm pretty sure. Midnight UTC. It should be around 7 hours. Now, the gift shop item is going to be an extra day, I believe. So, yeah, I think it's like 6 hours or so, 6 to 7 hours left in the event. And there should be an extra day that the vanity is listed up. That'll be super interesting to see. I think that's super fair, Manson. I haven't done Abundant Shrine this event, but I've heard very mixed things on it from different people. So your opinion is that I understand Shrine requires no investment, so it's easier for new players to get into. I just feel like it was way easier / grindable last year. I've gotten too much other event stuff to do. It's fair, especially like Shrine this year comparative to other things. Dude, yesterday I heard someone saying they made like 600k Pokeyen in 40 minutes. Now, that was just someone in chat, so maybe it was, you know, over-exaggerated or I don't know, but that Pokeyen per hour seems crazy. So we'll have to see. I haven't tested it personally. Yeah, I think Yono. Yeah, exactly. There seems to be some pretty insane money to be made with Abundant Shrine, but once again, I don't have the personal experience with it this year. Like, yeah, so my current thoughts on the dragons. This is not financial advice. This is just my thoughts and opinions, what I think kind of predict might happen. But these are also really risky predictions. This is crazy, so be careful, right? Don't operate based off this information. This is just my thought, not information. This is not information. This is just my thoughts and opinions. I feel like the Lucky Red and Lucky Gold dragons, I feel like that they will drop at the end of the event. Or like maybe like for the last like 1 to 4 weeks, 1 to 3 weeks. I think a lot of people will end up kind of panic selling them, or not even panic selling, but just be kind of being like, I don't really want this. Like I'd rather just buy. I'd rather have the Pokeyen for something else. I'd rather have the Pokeyen for raid Pokemon or for PVM Pokemon or for a gym rerun team or something a little more tangible. So they'll sell them off, and I think that they'll go down in price for a little bit, you know. But after a year, I mean, after 1 year or so, I could easily see this vanity after 1 year being like 15-20 mil. That might be that's a really bold prediction. Very few vanities do this. And it also depends, to be fair, it wildly depends on what other mounts get released. If any other beast type mount, if any other Pokemon monster type mount gets released, this is going to get crushed. this mount being so like expensive or whatever it is right now, its price is so dependent on what's like the current quote unquote best mount in the game. You can only ride one mount at a time. It's why like when the dragons came out, flaming motorcycles, a lot of people started panic selling the fuck out of these. I saw flaming motorcycles down to like 3.2, 3.4 million Pokeyen at the beginning of the year because everybody was panic selling because you could only have one mount, and you shouldn't have sold for that low. Just waited. We'll go back up a little bit. But man, yeah, a lot of people panic sold because you can only really have one mount equipped. So whatever is like quote unquote the coolest or whatever the coolest mount is like a big deal. So if something gets released that's cooler or comparable or even another option, that's going to affect things drastically. We'll just have to see. These are all just thoughts and opinions and feelings. In a recent stream highlights, you mentioned the price of XP Charm is going to increase. Why is that? Well, it's not going to increase guaranteed. I just think it's going to increase. Keep in mind, whenever I make any market predictions, they are just my thoughts and feelings. It's not financial advice. Nothing is guaranteed. If you lose money, please don't blame me. If you make money, don't even blame me. I just, whatever works for you, right? The reason why I feel like XP charms and pretty much all XP items will go up in like a couple months is because once raids get finalized and permanently added to the game, a lot more people are going to want to speed up the XP process. A lot more people are going to need level 100 Pokemon, right? Like for a long time, you only need level 50s on most of your Pokemon. But once raids come out, you've needed 60s, 65s, 75s, 85s. The devs have confirmed on the forums you will need level 100s for later permanent raids, but they just haven't required them yet. This was a limited event. So level 100 Pokemon will become way more important and way more desirable in the future, which honestly, not even just regarding items, but level 100 Pokemon might just go up in price, or leveling in general. Honestly, one of the best things we could see for the game is something like, is when leveling is a good moneymaker. Like if I can go buy a Sandile, let's say like a level 50 Sandile or some shit, right? If I can go buy a level 50 Sandile or Krokorok, I don't know, something, right? If I can go buy something like this, let's do 40 maybe, and I can go buy it for 3k, right? If I can go buy a Moxie Krokorok for 3k, and me as a new player, a newbie player with almost nothing to my name, anybody can go level. You don't need much to go level, right? Leveling is an extremely healthy and extremely beneficial to new player money-making method to be good. It's a really good thing in my opinion when leveling is a good money-making method. So if new players can go buy 5 Krokoroks for 3k a piece, level them all up to 100 and sell them for, 60k, maybe if they go up 80k a piece, that's really good. Like that's a good thing for the game in my opinion. To when newer players can have those like almost like menial labor tasks to help out the richer players, it allows them to eventually get richer and get some really good starting capital, and then they can eventually pay people to do their fucking XP trading and labor, It's a really good thing. The biggest thing to start succeeding in PokeMMO, it's so cool to see that, Luck. You're saying that you went from 30% win rate novice ranked to veteran with a 70% win rate after watching some AFC Adino's videos. He's once again, AFC Adino and Smooge are like the two PokeMMO PvP content creators to check out if you're interested in PvP and PokeMMO. I mean, I have a like from scratch beginners PvP guide that takes you from like starting a new account all the way up to like tournament play. It's a very general process, but for like team compositions and actual in-game examples and advice and damage rolls, AFC Adino and Smooge are just unmatched. It's really, really helpful stuff. And yeah, it's cool to see. The number one thing you got to do in PokeMMO PvP is just your first season playing PvP, just don't worry about your win rate at all. Literally just jam games. Like you could have a 10, if you play 100 games in your first PokeMMO PvP season and you have like a 10 or 20% win rate, I have so much respect for you. If you were able to jam 100 games with that low of a win rate, you persevered so much, and you will like your next season will be so much better. You will learn so much. Like the only way, oh thank you so much, dude. The only way like you get better at PvP and PokeMMO is like don't worry about your win rate. No matter what, you'll get like little BP and like little rewards here and there, which is nice. The losses don't hurt anything besides your elo, which really doesn't matter because you have to improve somehow. So just don't give up. The harder part about learning PokeMMO PvP is understand that you're gonna lose a lot until you learn the meta and learn just if it's your first time playing PokeMMO PvP, or Pokemon PvP, just learning in general. There's a lot to learn. Just try to learn. Just try to leave every single game saying like, oh, I should have done this turn different, or oh, I should have done that turn different, or try to find something you could have done different. 1 to 3 things every game. It should be pretty easy. VOD reviewing is also good. If you can't find something, maybe record it and VOD review. Having that post game, it's way easier to analyze something outside of being emotionally involved in it. And I know that from my experience. It's really hard. There's so many decisions I'll make while playing PvP where I'll look at it afterwards and be like, oh, why did I do that? That was so dumb, you know? It's very human. So don't give up. Keep queuing, keep jamming games, and learn. Good luck to you guys. I've earned 20 mil from this event, but I don't know how to make more money with this money. Firstly, congrats on making 20 mil from this event. That's incredible. You must have grinded really, really hard. If you want to make more money with that money, the fact that you're already thinking about that is fantastic. I really recommend either looking for shiny flips, learning shiny flipping. I would put like 5 to 8 mil of that money into shiny flips. If you don't have a gym rerun team, definitely make a gym rerun team. That'll cost you like a couple $100K in this environment. The basic stuff, if you don't have a catching problem, get that. I'm sure you already have that. They've made 20 mil. Gym rerun team, look to spend around 5 to 12 mil, 5 to 8 mil maybe on shiny flips. And you can like, don't force it. If there's no flips on the market, just wait, you know, wait a couple weeks to spend all that or whatever and get them going. And then, just look for other flips, really. And then if you really want to, if you have other ways of earning back that capital, 20 mil is enough. Or if you wanted to like invest in this event or invest in a previous event, I would look at something like Mysterious Cherish Balls or any of the Mysterious Balls. I will say, like, the Mysterious Balls right now are probably one of the safest investments you can make. If you're willing to buy these and hold on to them for a long period of time, like hopefully at least a year or two, these could be pretty safe. You might want to sell them before the next event season rolls around, but these are probably one of the, like, sealed products, especially new sealed product like them, is one of the safer investments you can make. I get this question a lot. I kind of struggled doing all gyms on one amulet coin, so I was thinking of doing them on 2 coins and also adding the gyms that were missing. What I recommend doing is to learn a route that's efficient. Like, you shouldn't be, in my opinion, it's not efficient and not worth to try to do every single gym in PokeMMO and do like 2 amulet coins. Now, that's fun for you. If it feels like enjoyable and satisfying, then, you know, enjoyment weighs out efficiency. You know, keep that in mind. Do whatever's fun for you. But if you're asking for efficiency, we can look at it a little more objectively. It's worth to just do one efficient run for 1 hour and then go do other money making methods. It's not worth to, like, if you make, for example, let's say 300K on your first hour doing gym runs, and then the next you make like 200 or like 220, it's just better to go do any other money making method or spend your time elsewhere that makes more money. In my opinion, it's just not, or even like, yeah, it's just not worth, there's just so many other money making methods that can make more money than that. Gym running is nice because you get pure cash, and you only need so much pure cash a day. You know, if you're outspending the 300K you get from your gym rerun, you probably need to change your spending habits. Usually people need to budget harder as opposed to just make more money forehead, generally. That would be my advice on that. What do I do with 56 light clay and 49 metronomes? That's a good question. Hang on to them, give them a nice little home, tuck them away in a desk drawer. I don't know what you're doing with that many. Not much, man. I'm gonna be honest. Not too many things. Do you expect PokeMMO to slow down in terms of player base and GTL listings after this event ends? Absolutely. Especially after this event. Like, more so than any other event. PokeMMO will absolutely reach a, like, quiet/dead period after this event for around a month or 2. Because it's post-event season burnout, dude. And post-event we've been non-stop talking about events, and I've noticed it with my views and stuff. It just makes sense, dude. When you non-stop talk about and hype up events for like 3-4 months in a row, it just gets exhausting, man. Everybody's been playing events, hyped about events, new vanities. You can only, you know, raids. You can only take so much before you're like, oh, dude, wait and give me, you know, let's go play something else. Let's take a break, right? So yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the Pokemon will quiet down a little bit over the next month or 2. Now, Pokemon's quiet down period is going to be like, it's grown so much larger. Like, Pokemon's quiet down period is probably larger now than Pokemon's hype period was like 2 years ago. Like, the difference in player base is staggering for sure. Yeah, this is actually a great question, and I found a complete answer from Q. Back in 2021, he answered this question. So someone asked, like, when did PokeMMO release? Like, when did PokeMMO, obviously 2012, but, like, what exact date and around what month? And the answer is, like, unclear, even to the developers. This is the response from Q, who's, like, kind of the main developer nowadays, or main administrator. So Clue says, there isn't really a clear answer here since it was never formally quote-unquote released. We had a semi-public prototype stage from April to June 2012, which would be the earliest, though it was barely a game at that point, more like an elaborate demo. The earliest characters on current live server are from June 20th, 2012, the date of the last server data wipe. Most players from that era would consider August 2012 as the beginning, as that's when the initial player base started filtering in. Then in September 2012, it actually got popular. And then obviously a lot of you see the date on 2012 Pokemon. There was another, like, what's the term? There was a date added, or like a great reset, not of data and stuff, but of information. Most 2012 Pokemon will have this date, November 12th, 9:40:37 p.m. Most 2012s have this exact, most 2012s have this catch date, because anything caught prior to this catch date gets defaulted to this catch date. Look at this absolute Giga Chad with his shiny orangutan, aka shiny Mankey, coming here to shunt. Good luck to you, dude. Is today the last day for Moltres, or will it be available tomorrow? We really don't know. It might be the last day for Moltres. Tomorrow it's a leap year, right? February 29th, so it's hard to tell, like, whether the legendary will rotate or whether it will be available on that day. I honestly don't know. We'll see. It'd be interesting if, like, the legendary rotates and you'd be able to get a different legendary on what's it called? From, like, a different legendary month's rotation, if that makes sense. So being able to get, like, Articuno, for example, on Moltres month, technically, because February will be remembered as that, which is pretty interesting. Also, make sure to go for leap year shinies, guys. Leap year shinies are going to be Giga Chad Giga based, okay? That'll be super cool. How much time left before the event is finished? I think, like, from where I'm talking right now, 5 hours, I think. Yeah, like 5 hours. It's 2 p.m. I think the event ends at 7 p.m. Event is over in, like, 5 hours, man. Yo, Patrouski, what are ocarinas good for? Can I just use HMs to have the same effect? The benefit of ocarinas is being able to save party slots for certain activities. So a really good example is if you want to go, let's say you want to go EV train at, what's a good example of this? Let's say you want to go EV train at, like, Pelipper or Mantine, right? That requires you to have Surf and a discharge Pokemon, right? So what you could do, and you can't really kill those Pokemon with Surf. I think Mantine gets water absorb, right? So if you want to EV train there, instead of having to have a Pokemon in your party with Surf and with Teleport to make the EV training faster, what you can do is just have a Pikachu in the lead of your party with Sweet Scent and Discharge, and then have Surf and Teleport Ocarina. And then you could have 5 other Pokemon that you can EV train at once. Without those Ocarinas, you can only EV train 3 or 4 Pokemon at once. So, like, Ocarinas do give some, like, actual pragmatic benefits in certain scenarios. Pikachu can learn Surf, though. Mantine gets Water Absorb. You have to kill with Discharge. So there are some, like, specific... I'm pretty sure. Let me double. I think I already said that, to be fair. Yeah, already addressed that. There are certain instances like that. Where, once again, you would still need teleport. Okay, guys, your chat's actually me. But there are some instances where it is more beneficial. There are pragmatic benefits of having ocarinas as well. Most of the time, though, you can replace with HMs and the party slot's fine. If you're just shiny hunting, having, like, a teleport Abra in your party is usually totally worth the party slot and totally fine. Someone asked how my Koban investment going. So I haven't checked Koban pricing in a really long time. I bought all my Kobans for around 18 to 20k a piece. It wouldn't surprise me if they're definitely up. I don't know how much up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they're down at the moment because of the event. I'm sure people are panic selling. So let me preface all that. If they're at, like, 40k, that would be incredible. That would be, like, insanely good. They're over 40k. Dude, Koban is one of those, I don't know, it's just one of those dumb. There's only 27 listed as well. What? That's actually crazy. Holy shit. Do you think Lucky Red / Gold Dragon Mounts will come back next year? There is no, like, do I think to this question. This is a guaranteed. If a vanity is not a seasonal vanity, it should never return to the game Unless there's like some really weird circumstance. But do you see how when you hop, so when you look up Lucky Red Dragon or Lucky Gold, right? Well, if it wouldn't lag. Hello? Okay. You see how it says limited, right? Very first thing, top left, limited. That means it's only available for this time period, and then once it's gone forever. It'll never come back. This is why limited vanities become so expensive. Example number one, the Scythe. Event only. The old ones don't say limited, but this one was limited. This one was, sorry, limited means bought from gift shop. This was open via seal. What's an old limited? I guess, old limited ones would be like, I guess Golden Dragon Mask is an easy one, which is pretty recent. That was a limited gift shop vanity. There's a couple gift shop vanities that are really expensive. Unity, yeah, Unity Capes is a good one. Thank you. Limited gift shop vanity. You know, these were what, 4 mil? 3.5 to 4 mil when they were in the gift shop, and now they're 40 mil. Because not enough people bought them, not enough people were interested in them at the time, and now that there is some interest later on, there's only so much supply to go around. What shiny do you hope to get? Unfortunately, there's really only 2 shinies here that I want, and they're both super rare. This is a very greedy spot, and the thing I'm mostly here for is just Moltres. But if I were to happen to get a shiny, the shinies that I want would either be Jolteon or Yanma. Yanma's the big one. If I could get a Yanma here, that would be an absolute dream come true, but the odds are pretty unlikely. Now, I don't have a Persian or a Meowth. I'd probably breed it down to Meowth if I got one, so I'd be fine getting it. Like, nothing here is I don't think there's any duplicates here for me, at least. I'd be okay with a Psyduck. Obviously, I'd prefer to not get a single encounter Psyduck since there is a ×5 horde one, but Xatu, Yanma's the big one. Like, Yanma would easily be the... It's really tough to shiny hunt. This is technically the best spot, I believe, for Yanma. It's technically an uncommon encounter here. But it's still, like, pretty rare, I feel like. Wait, apparently Team Mister has had 2 shiny Tricos today? Someone just got a single encounter shiny Trico in Petalburg Woods? Dude, we were saying yesterday we're finally not washed anymore. Actually a good shunting team again. Dude, Team Mister is actually popping the fuck off recently. Rumel just got a shiny today, got himself a Duosion. We were so back, yeah. People were burnt from Shiny Wars, and I feel like now everybody's actually popping the hell off and getting Giga Chad shinies. Okay, here's the single encounter. Adamant is crazy. This is so good. What? This is a 1 breed. You breed this 1 time to brace 31 attack, and it's just competitive. It's just that's, dude, congrats Warwick. That's like easily one of the best, in my opinion, shiny starters. Dude, I'm so fucking happy we finally got Moltres. I can actually move on and just do whatever I want in game. I feel like I'm out of Moltres jail. If you didn't see the reaction on stream, make sure to go check out the video. I'm just very relieved, very happy. You know what? If the people just haven't had enough running back and forth in grass, okay? If we have not had enough of that, enough shiny hunting, let's head over to the Sudowoodo spot in Sinnoh. If that's what the chat wants, we can go shiny hunt for Sudowoodo, man. Actually do something a little more exciting than at least single encountering in a bad spot for a legendary chance. Okay, you know what I actually want to do? I haven't been free from jail in a long time. I want to go do honey trees. I want to check like every honey tree I can. I saw someone get like a shiny Apom yesterday from honey tree, and it really inspired. It's a great shiny, man. It really semi-inspired me. So you know what? Let's just run around, have some fun, and just check all honey trees for shits and giggles. Yo, Pat, check the price of the dragon outfit on the GTL. Is it going down finally, or are you just teasing me? Oh no! Don't make me realize how embarrassed I am for selling it for at 1.5. Oh no! Once again, I think it should go up at this point, and then I think it should go down. I mean, I should have waited to sell it, obviously. If this just continues to go up, even after the event or whatever, I'm gonna look like a fool. But that's what happens, man. That's some, market predictions are good, some fail, and that's how it goes for sure, man. I'm probably like what, 60% correct, maybe, which I think is pretty solid, but that's definitely. If anyone's ever overly confident on market stuff, I think it's a red flag to be like, oh, maybe that guy's a little too confident. Okay, that's all the honey trees I think I needed. I kind of looped back around. Let's head up to the Sudowoodo spot, fellas. Hey, Pat, I'm curious if there's any notable / notorious old shunting spots that no longer exist, maybe from years ago. Dude, that is a fantastic question. I would love to do I'd have to do a lot of research and then do a video on this. From my understanding, there used to be like a ×5 horde Heracross spot for like a couple months, maybe even like a couple years. and it got removed. Yeah, that's exactly Exodos. There are certain Pokemon that are like rares now, or like difficult shunts, single encounters or whatever, that used to have like hordes or like weird, like there's been some weird. Yes, I was trying to look it up actually. PokeMMO Heracross horde. Let's see if anything, because there used to be some weird. Yeah, there used to be some weird things back in the day. They like added some hordes into the way. Hordes used to also be mixed. People don't remember this. Let me actually get a let me get a screenshot of this. Here, wait. PokeMMO mixed hordes. I don't know if that will. We're trying to find a good picture first. Like this. Hordes used to be mixed with different species. You see the double Sableye, triple Mawile? Hordes used to operate like this for quite a while. If I remember correctly. And nowadays we have the the system we know now. I have another interesting screenshot. Here, this one as well. They used to be more. This one's just Gloom and Oddish. I mean, same species line. But yeah, they used to be like mixed species, and just have different sprites and be strange. Things have changed a lot. Pokemon is one of the most drastically changed games. I mean, it's actually crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of like Pokemon history like this that just gets forgotten for sure. Okay, someone actually made a mod for the old Pokemon UI. Dude, this is what it used to look like, all blue and shit. I might actually install this at some point. This UI is so nostalgic for me. It's actually crazy. It looks so, like, look at this. It's just big blue craziness. This is what it used to look like. For most of my Pokemon career, this is what the game looked like. Did we see a shiny Shaman in this event? Are we still 2 years dry? I didn't see anything, man. I think we might be 2 years dry for Shaman, which is, I did not expect. I'm going to be honest. Okay, I'm only going to watch the reaction because the music for this is probably copyrighted, but another Pokemon streamer just got a shiny Shuckle. Cutie Alice, which is incredible to see. I've also known Cutie Alice for a really long time. I actually knew them in the RuneScape scene, so it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see her get a shiny Shuckle like this in the Safari Zone. Very similar to how I did. I want to watch this. The reaction is like...
Are you serious?
You're so chill about it.
Hey guys, there's a shiny Shuckle on my screen.
Okay, that was the most polar opposite reaction to what I had. That's so... That's really funny. But congratulations. That's... Wow. Literally the opposite of my my reaction. Play RuneScape. Yeah, the play RuneScape to PokeMMO pipeline into getting shiny Shuckle in the Safari Zone. Clearly, it's a recurring theme we see here. Yet again, shiny Shuckle being the gateway for another PokeMMO content creator. How that's awesome. Now that the event's wrapping up, how do you feel it stacks up? It's a great question. I feel like this event was really good. I would have liked to see swarm spawns increased a little bit, and obviously the change retroactively was a little strange, but it wasn't terrible. I feel like the 24 swarm Pokemon would be needed for tablet versus 40. I wish there was like a little nitpicky. I'm nitpicking. It's a great. I would give it a 9.5. I'm over here nitpicking, but like I would give it like a 9, like a 9 to a 9, probably maybe like a 9. Final answer is 9 out of 10. The biggest issues is like there's a few little things here that I can nitpick. The biggest problem with an event like this, the biggest downside is the mysterious cherish balls. I just don't like mysterious balls. I think they're bad for the game and they're bad for shiny integrity. I think adding more ways to, or a way to pay to win to a shiny is not good. Hot take. I don't know. Not kind of yes and no. That's it. Mysterious cherish balls are bad. Raids were fantastic and incredibly balanced. The swarm Pokemon were pretty, like, really interesting species and very generous. Abundant Shrine, I heard very good things about this year. I didn't do it personally, but I heard good things. Very accessible for new players. Raids, and you could easily get a raid team together in a couple days for sure. You have to put in a lot of time and effort, but you could. Yeah, so overall thoughts, 9 out of 10 for this event. Really, really, really solid. All right, I will say I've been live for 4 hours. I achieved my shiny Moltres. The event ends in 3 hours. I've been grinding this week like crazy, uploading videos, playing the game, shiny hunting, legendary hunting, swarm farming, Zodiac farming, raids, doing everything. I am going to call it here, and I'm going to take a break, guys. I'm going to not be live tomorrow on Thursday, which I normally stream Monday through Thursday, so I apologize. I'm going to take one day off of streaming to focus on some different style of content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I hope it's been entertaining, hope it's been fun, hope it's been enjoyable. If it has been, remember to like the video. It really does help out tremendously. Dislike if not, that's totally okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's linked down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo allow me to make as much content as I do. Have a great day. I'll see you all later. Thank you very, 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 very much. Have a good one. Thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. The same way everybody listed here is a positive asset to my day, going above and beyond and allowing me to make content every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.